as fuck for the continued content. I would like to thank you. Okay, dude. The untold story of Nikki surviving a kidnapping, toxic community, and deepfakes. I'm gonna tap in on this. Oh, so much. Okay, wait. I'm gonna message you some good news. Oh, did you send it to me on Discord? Yo, Kobe. Good morning. You woke up just at the right time. I'm gonna go get a thing of crackers because my stomach's starting to hurt really bad. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, Goofy, I tried to spend the last couple of streams, other than, I think, the most recent one, covering lighter topics. Today, we're just kind of banging through them because I gotta leave for a while. Yeah. Alright. Let's fucking check this out. The untold story of Nikki surviving kidnapping, toxic community, deepfakes. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna eat some crackers, so I apologize to YouTube frogs.
Hi, chat. Today, I'm going to read you a story about a girl. A girl that got moved around the world, experienced heavy things, and is still looking for a place to call home. It is going to be a longer one, but one that I really want to tell. It's a story that I personally can relate to, and that's because it's about me.
Yes, by the way, original video will be linked in the description. Smiley face. Top of the description.
Nihachu.
Is this new? Is this lore that has never been shared?
When I was young, my life wasn't that easy. As a kid, you want to have fun, have friends, live a carefree life. Well, mine wasn't
Yes, Chucky?
really like that.
I grew up for the first couple of years in Germany.
I'm sorry, Goofy. I am leaving for 10 days after this. And he was one of the only motherfuckers who was on the Dream SMP that I like. Oh my god, stop. Stop, Chucky, stop. Thank you. My bad.
A small town called Böblingen. Even when I was
Böblingen?
young, would move around a lot. I probably moved around every couple of months. My mom got divorced when I was really young, and so I would go back and forth between my mom and my dad as well, and they would live in different cities. So
Yeah, on Discord, Batstorm.
I moved around a lot. I don't really have a number, but I moved around a lot. Both of my parents were working, so they weren't around that much. I don't really have many core memories with my parents from when I was really young.
When I was 6 years old, I was kidnapped by my mom's ex-husband.
What?
My brother and me, we were going on vacation to Mallorca in Spain. We were supposed to go home, and we never showed up back in Germany. It was a really weird situation because we would still call, like during the summer vacation, we would call our mom like once a day, and then the calls got less and less. And then one day we just never got to call her because obviously at the point we didn't have phones or anything, so we got completely cut off from our mom. I remember every time when we were calling, she was crying. One day she showed up at our apartment that we were living at the moment.
What the fuck are the police doing, bro? Nothing? They don't give a fuck? What the hell? Tell Cam to stream while you're gone? Yeah, dude, we gotta get Cam and fucking Limburg streaming, bro. Goofy, I'm sorry, gangsta. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to y'all that I'm leaving for 10 fucking days. It's okay. We will have a wonderful celebration when I'm back. They're mag dumping some acorns, Chris? Fuck, yeah, you're right, man.
And I saw her for a couple of hours, and then I didn't see her for 3 years after that.
What?
Yeah.
One day, my mom just
Yes, Josh. Yes, you should.
showed up in the middle of the night.
She told us, get in the car, we're going to the airport. I didn't really realize what was happening. When you're so young, everything feels normal. She set us in the car, we flew to Austria, and that's where she was living with her
Jackie, you're fine. You're fine.
her current boyfriend, or back then current boyfriend. Having to go to court about everything, I slowly realized like, oh, okay, this is not normal. I was first 9 years old when I had to go to court. That was after
Her ex-husband, is she referring to her dad? Her dad as the ex-husband of her mom? Or like, was this an ex-husband, not her dad? Do we know?
my mom's ex-husband showed up at my school, at my new school. I remember he handed me something, I didn't even look at it. Started panicking. The teacher threw him out, and right after that I called my mom. I was picked up by some lady that I didn't know, and we drove to a parking lot and switched cars and drove over the border. I think it was Sweden.
That makes sense. If it was her dad, I mean, I totally get like basically being like, this is not my fucking dad, right? And just calling it her mom's ex-husband. But I was very confused. I was like, how the fuck did this guy have fucking like power over this? I mean, that makes sense now. If it was her birth like dad, right? Yeah, makes sense.
To disappear for a little bit so he doesn't find us.
Oh,
God
her mom married a bunch of people, so that could have been possible. Fuck, dude.
knows what he would do if you did. A couple of months after that, we started going to court. We finally got the letter that he has a restraining order, he's not allowed to go near us, and he's also banned from Switzerland, which
What?
later on my mom moved to Switzerland.
Dude's that cooked, he got banned from a whole country. Dude is that cooked. They got banned from a whole fucking country. Holy shit.
When I was 11, I fell into a really deep depression, realizing everything that had happened. At that point, my family home also wasn't very safe because of the new husband, like my mom's new husband, and just a bunch of like family troubles. So my house wasn't very safe. I didn't feel very safe because of.
Bro, I feel so bad for people that were raised in a house with a mom or a dad that felt like they always need to have someone in their life. I actually dated a person like this for a little while, but that felt like they always need to have a new person in their life, so it would bring around like really bad people to like their houses and shit, or like to their lives just in general. Because if your mom or your dad marries someone that's a piece of shit and then they're around all the time, you know? So I think that's like a big thing that I would say to people like that are like struggling, debating, like trying to figure out themselves, and they realize it's gonna be a lot of hard work to figure that shit out. It's like, if you can't do it for yourself, right? Do it for your future kids, you know? Storm, talk to you later, homie. Have a good one. I will check your message after stream. Probably. That's why we need to keep Halloween around. The rich people go out and give us extra candy. I like that. W move.
What happened. So I got really depressed and I had a lot of trouble going to school. I grew up in a very like my family was very traditional, very old school, and a big thing that I would always hear when I saw my brothers play video games was, girls can't play video games. It's not girly to play video games. So I would actually.
Dude, I knew a girl kind of like this. She's in the homeschool group. Her mom was like, yeah, you don't like football. Girls don't like football. No. I was like, what? Even in the deepest hole of conservative Christian that my family was in, they were never that conservative Christian.
Steal their Nintendo DS's and play in secret. The more they would tell me not to do it, the more I wanted to do it, because I was intrigued. Like, what do you mean it's not girly? What do you mean I'm not allowed to play it, but they are? I got my first laptop. I think I started playing Minecraft with my friends. I also played The Sims a lot of The Sims. I would say maybe a
W
year
man.
into me just, you know, playing on my little laptop, gaming, I discovered the game League of Legends, and
Oh,
that kinda
I'm so sorry, madam. I'm so sorry.
opened up the floodgates to me just wanting to learn about new games, play new games. So gaming became a really big hobby of mine. When I was 17, I decided that I would pick up streaming. You know, I didn't think I would get anywhere. I just wanted to entertain myself somehow. So I would stream every day, and I started building a really small community of like 25 people. It was really sweet. Everyone was really
By really small, you mean like a good size. Yo, I have 25 viewers right now. You mean like a good size, right? You mean like a really good size. Like, that's pretty impressive, right? To have like 25 people watching you all at the same time. That's like a good thing, right? Like, we're all in agreement that this is like sick that like 25 people would all watch at the same time, right? This is like a thing we're all on the same page. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool.
really nice. I moved back to Berlin and I went back to school. I picked up a job. I worked at a bakery, and I also still wanted to stream. Maybe a month or two before COVID hit in like 2019, I see a tweet saying "love or host," and I I honestly signed up for it as a joke. Got
2 inches, huge.
accepted to the
Austin show.
show interview, which is where they vet you, you know. I was told that I was on the show 20 minutes before the show actually started. I was so nervous.
Classic Austin
but
show.
I just tried to be myself. And
Wilbur got
ended up
introduced.
winning.
Oh, Lord.
That night, I went from 300 followers.
Never mind, Austin show. Why would you do that? 300 followers with 25 concurrent? I'm ending myself. I'm going to uninstall it. I'm going to uninstall it, dude.
To 15,000. It was weird when I
She
streamed
meant like 3,000 followers, right?
the next day, and I barely could read chat because it was going so fast, going from, you know, 25 people to 600 at that point. Korea has been the most help that I could ever ask for. She set up all the bots in my channel. She set up all the banned words in my Twitch chat.
We call it being an internet janitor in amongst ourselves. It's just making sure that chat is safe, both for the community and for Nikki. A friend sent a stream to me, and I was like, oh, maybe I can help. So I sent a DM to one of the admins, and they were like, oh yeah, you're a normal person. You can help us. And so that's
the clear thing that you need in a moderator is a normal human. Okay, brother. You need if you're gonna anoint someone, okay, as head moderator, you need a normal human being, brother.
that's how I started modding.
The DSMP started a couple of months before I joined, and it was just a silly server for friends to hang out.
A silly little server full of a bunch of fucking groomers.
The whole idea of the
Just kidding. Sort of.
DSMP was like, there were different, you know, there were people from Europe, there were people from America, and those are the different countries. And the people from Europe made their own little country. The beginning days of the DSMP were really fun. It was, again, just us like goofing around and making up silly stuff.
Chris knows from experience what it's like having oddballs as head mod.
Stories, but the more the server grew, it became really overwhelming really fast because it was also growing so quickly, and no one expected it to grow so quickly. A part of the community started becoming really toxic.
It was a big change for us moderators.
I'm sorry, Chucky. I said huge. 2 inches, huge. Can I ask Chris, did you make that person head mod, or did they just appoint themselves? Somebody else appointed them, and then they appointed themselves, and then I just kind of was like, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it is my fault at the end of the day.
Moderators, because her channel was changing, her community was changing. So we had to change with it. We went from having basically 2 active mods to having to recruit dozens more because it wasn't enough to be only one person on stream. The chat would go so fast. All of a sudden, it wasn't just Nikki's community that we had in chat, it was also everyone else's.
You know, usually it's all excitement, and then all of a sudden it would turn to hate.
Misogyny. Oh, my bad.
It was mainly women. At first, it was all love, and everyone was so nice and kind.
Maybe because she's a woman, she stands up for herself.
And then it switched, and all of a sudden, I would get death threats.
I should get mod, not begging, it's just a joke. Void, did you miss the part where I said normal humans? Did you miss that part? I'm just kidding.
I wasn't even be able to talk in the same voice channels as my friends, in the same streams as my friends.
Why?
The Dream SMP guys kind of felt like a boy band. Like, if you imagine a boy band and a boy band's fan base, a lot of them are teenage girls, and it happens so many times in history. You see a girl hang.
Misogyny. Partly it's women shouldn't play OMG she's bad, why she's so famous when she's bad at the game, and partly women who are upset she's friends with their fave content creator. They might dress up as something else, but it comes down to one of those two things. I mean, I think there's probably like a third category of like something random there that probably like a small percentage is in. But yeah, I would probably agree. Yeah.
Out with your favorite boy band, that girl gets hate. So I think a lot of it is internalized misogyny.
Seeing her getting visibly upset and even crying on stream was really heartbreaking. Yeah, dude, that's fucked. That's fucked. Is the fucking Minecraft community like really this toxic? I wasn't there for this part of the Minecraft era.
We as women grow up to be pitched against each other, and I don't want to blame anyone.
I'm not laughing at that, sorry, I was laughing at chat.
Because, you know, we were all really young and we all didn't know.
Mad Dream SMP was a low. Makes sense. This is a normal. Minecraft is wild now. He giving you attention, not me, so I hate you like babes. He's not gonna fuck you, chill. Yeah.
Know what was going on, and it was all very overwhelming for us. On the server, no one really supported us. None of the girls got, you know, a nice message. Hey, I'm sorry this is happening to you. Or on stream, like none of the guys would say anything about the hate that we would receive. They all knew about it.
Dude, I feel bad. I feel totally bad for her in this scenario. I'm gonna be honest with you though. If I didn't have to deal with literally the women always competing with women, like literally the message of the Barbie movie thing, or most of the Barbie movie thing, right? If I'm going from like 9 months ago, I had like 300 subs to now I got 2,000 subs, I'm going, yo, fuck you pussies that don't like me. I'm paid. And then I'm blasting fucking Love Sosa. I'm going, yo, fuck you bitch boys. I'm on the server. You aren't. Get fucked. That's what I'm doing on these hoes. But I totally get it from her perspective being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, literally just saying, yo, Rip Bozo, yo, chat, let these fuckers know. Everyone who fuck with me. Everyone who fuck with me, put a 1 in chat right now. Put your lighters in the sky. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I'm fucking ripping some fucking vapes, dude. All through there. I'm letting them know. Yo, fuck y'all, dude. I was kidding, Void Guy, but thank you. Call me fucked up, Chris, but she looks like Elmo. Void Guy, you keep comparing her to like 9 different things, okay? What do I look like, huh? Am I not the streamer here?
Isolating myself a lot from those people just because.
Oh, it's so fucking cool to have nice people in chat now, and me not getting banned every second as a joke. We really up in the season of Chrissy. Yeah, dude, fuck those pussies that do that kind of shit, Kobe. On God.
I couldn't go on stream with them anymore because then I would receive so much hate. The hate that I received varied. I'd say like every generic insult you can throw at someone, and that's what showed me that a lot of it came from people who didn't know me.
As a woman, she would have to be careful of everything she was wearing on stream.
Ooh, yeah, that's super fucking weird, bro. It's always been fucking weird, bro, with fucking how people react to like Pokemon and shit of what they're wearing on stream. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, bro, chill out. God damn, get your fucking dick under control. God damn.
how she would even move, which was crazy because she's playing video games. Why would that even be a focus? She'd have to be careful about so many things that she wouldn't have to be about before.
I tried to ignore it, but it got worse and it started leaking into my chat, even though my mods are godsend and they work overtime to make sure that my chat is as nice and welcoming as possible. But I would still,
Dude, her tattoos are fire. Or not tattoos, sorry. Piercings are fire.
see the comments, and I would still check, because if people on the internet are talking about you, you want to know what they're saying.
When we realized that everyone kind of like turned up against her was after an MCC or something where she cried on stream because it was extremely stressful. Lots of people were coming to her stream to tell her how bad she did. It would always be people in the comments being like, oh, not that whiny little girl, like, what is she doing here? She doesn't even have the strength to be a streamer on the internet if she can't handle that, because she would talk about it. She would be like, why are you doing this, guys? Like, there's no reason. Why am I?
Yo, Void Guy, you don't need to be a dick about this, brother, man. You're kind of pushing into the area of being a dick. Not gonna lie.
Not allowed to show emotions on stream.
People in their lives will have stress reactions. People in their lives will cry, you know. So I just quickly wanted to say something. You are for making fun of someone with a mental illness.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? This is so fucking crazy, bro. This is crazy to me that this shit happens.
People would take these words and be like, you're just weak. You shouldn't be a streamer if you can't handle a little criticism. It isn't criticism to say that someone is dog shit on Minecraft and needs to die. Like, that is harassment. That is bullying on the internet. That is a crime.
I remember the crying thing after the Minecraft tournament shit. I never got why they flamed her for being rightfully upset. Dude, shit's crazy to me. Literally, I know I say this all the time, but it's like a lack of empathy, bro. Like, literally, people, like, I'm really realizing, like, I realized it before, don't get me wrong, because I have, like, had a couple of moments of, like, having things be popular and whatnot, but I didn't realize people would just shit on you. Like, once you get views, like, that fucking YouTube channel that I've been really working hard on, like, re-uploading the reacts and shit to, just any content I think is cool to that channel. People would just shit on you for existing, you know, and having a differing opinion, even if it's slight. I can only imagine what it's like to be a fucking woman in this scenario with this kind of shit. You know? Like, what the fuck, bro? If she would have smiled instead of cried, they still would have hated her? Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know why you can't even just fucking have empathy for another human being and be like, oh, damn, maybe I shouldn't be a piece of shit to this person.
So, no, she's not weak for that. She's just a normal human.
Right before I started receiving all the hate, I noticed like weird Reddit pages about me. And it was all like very sexual, and
Oh, Lord.
And I never like
Oh, Reddit.
knew that was a thing.
Shocker.
I came to find out that these were deep fakes, meaning people would, you know, put my head on naked women's bodies or Photoshop me without clothes on.
Why would you do that to someone? And of all people, Nikki, she's literally the incarnation of wholesome.
Or, you know, all sorts of weird stuff.
There's a subreddit dedicated to it. It's beyond fucked up.
And at first I didn't know what to do. I was completely like,
Yo,
why would
Josh, I appreciate you. Yes, bro, get some good rest, homie. I appreciate you as fucking always, dog. We're reacting to the untold story of Nikki surviving a kidnapping, toxic community, and deepfakes.
anyone ever do that? That's so weird. But my mods really helped me with that.
I know I've said this before, but with a new and bigger audience, I feel like I have to say something again. I do not under any circumstances feel comfortable with people using old videos/pictures of me from before I was a content creator.
They would help
That's
me
real.
take down a lot of the discords. Reason
Firstly, I was a minor back then, and secondly, the thought that people are looking this much into my past makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. I promise you, there is nothing to find. Just let it rest.
being, a lot of the pictures that people used were me being underage. my head mod Corey, she was like, I got you. We're doing anything that we can to take these down.
Reddit policies are terrible to take down these kind of things. We would just have to scroll on those Reddits, report them, send dozens of emails every day.
I believe Dream is innocent. What the actual shit?
Honestly, she did.
Holy shit. Most sane Dream fan. Yo, what's up, Connor? How's it going, brother, man? Yeah, deepfakes is huge. It targets basically any celebrity, and it's quite worrying since it's getting easier and easier to do.
Everything that she could, and I'm so grateful and so thankful, because a big thing of it also would be if I had to do that myself, I would have to see all these pictures of myself. I would have to go through the Discords, I would have to go through the Reddits, I would have to go through the porn sites, and I couldn't do that.
We got rid of the Reddits, and people noticed that we got rid of them, so they started making private Discords about it.
At that point, I was 18, 19. The pictures were from when I was 16, 17.
Oh.
So we were able to get those Discords at least taken down. I try to be a big advocate for laws to be enforced, because in my opinion, that's sexual harassment.
Yeah.
I cried every day. A couple of months in, I started getting physical reactions. Whenever I would try to go live, I would have panic attacks.
When your dream turns into a nightmare, what do you do? Because the one thing that you'd be excited about when you start your day suddenly is scary as hell. You start having panic attacks about it. If you
Sorry, anytime I hear Nightmare, I just start singing the fucking Nothing Nowhere song because that shit's so catchy. Took a social media detox and I've been working on myself. Dude, hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Can I get some background? This is the story of Nikki, and she's talking about basically a lot of different things, but right now she's talking about deepfakes being made because she got popular off of the Dream SMP.
took all the bits of joy in your life and you just decided to completely flip them and make them the worst part of your day.
I isolated myself from every one of my friends, and it just felt like I was sinking deeper and deeper, and I didn't know how to get out of it. Moving forward, I just kept streaming. I haven't been streaming as much as I could because, like I said, I still get panic attacks from, sometimes from starting to stream. But I've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, Connor,
and I've really been enjoying streaming lately and creating content again. So yeah, that's me moving forward. I think the main positive from all of, everything that has happened from the very start until now is that I know I have such amazing fans and I have amazing friends. I always feel like I can never give back as much as they have given me. I think my mods play a really big role in my community. I could not ask for anything better. From the very beginning, all I wanted was to make people smile and to make people feel less alone, because that's what I needed when I was younger, and that's what I searched for in creators and YouTubers and streamers. It took me a long time to realize that I could be that for people. It still doesn't fully register in my head that I could be that for people because I'm just a girl, but
Your Honor, I'm just a girl.
I love my community, and I again would never want anything else.
After the
Dude, that's good.
DSMP, she decided it's time I put my stream back on what I want it to be about. And that's when she started focusing on therapy, mental health a lot. She started doing streams with therapists, and it kind of brought back her audience on those kind of subjects, which her core audience might not have been talking about, but were interested in. And suddenly, all the people that were like, oh, emotion's bad, left.
I talk a lot about mental health, not just my mental health, but mental health in general.
Dude, it sounds like there were some real bright stars in the Dream community, or the Dream SMP community, dude, that tagged along for that fun of ew, emotions, ew, some sailors.
I talk a lot about women's issues, especially in the gaming community. I talk a lot about, especially recently, I have been talking a lot about what happened on the Dream SMP, you know, talking about how little support I got from the people around me, my community being there for me and supporting me and understanding. I really, really appreciate that.
Do you think that, like, moving here to LA kind of, in a
Oh, Average Jonas. I thought this dude looked familiar.
way, makes you kind of like start a new chapter and distance yourself from these things?
I think so. Obviously, I'm like really far away from it here, but also
It's
like
the Sova guy.
I have never felt this
In
like
my opinion, the Dream SMP made a few right people famous. Tommy, Tubbo, Rambo, Boomer, Nikki, Hannah, Minx, and Fundy, for example.
obviously because I'm older now.
Dude,
but
I gotta understand the Minx lore more.
like this mature and like
Yeah,
an
you're
adult.
so old. I wouldn't understand, but
I
yeah.
know you wouldn't understand.
Mm.
But I feel like so much more. Like I feel like so much more like a real person here because I'm like, you know, fully on my own and like just doing the thing.
One thing I really want to focus on in the future is I want to become a psychiatrist. And at first it was like, oh, I want to help children and like adolescents, like growing up. And now I really want to focus on helping streamers and content creators. I know, but I have so much experience, you know.
Yeah?
So
No, that's
I
understandable.
and I think we all need some therapy sometimes, or just like someone to talk to.
So many people think that there needs to be something severely wrong to go to a therapist. Because it's like if you hurt your knee, you go to the doctor.
Right.
But like, why it doesn't, like if your head hurts, why don't you understand that you should go to a psychiatrist?
Right.
And I feel like that's, and especially the same with the whole alpha male thing, like men don't need therapy.
Yeah.
That is for women, you know? It's
Yeah.
such, we need to get
I don't
rid
need
of-
to talk about my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
There's obviously a lot of misogyny.
Bro, it's so crazy to me that people still like think that in 2024. Like people still like think that I know like I'm far removed from it. But like yeah, dude, it's crazy. There's like people out here that are literally like therapists, that's something that women do, or like, oh, I don't talk about my like that kind of shit. Like crazy, bro.
Misogyny in gaming in general, and I'm sure you've experienced a fair deal of it too. What is your take on how, not only how it was to experience it, but also how can we get better at dealing with it to be better role models?
You know, it's so normalized to make these like derogatory like jokes about women, and whenever women speak out about it, they're being emotional.
Yeah.
And then young boys are going to see that and grow up with that. Just have open conversations about these topics.
W Lord.
But yeah, I think a lot of people are afraid of having difficult conversations.
That's
if I'm
real.
in a game and there's a girl that gets harassed in my game, I should speak up on it. Like, even though it's not directly an attack on me, I should show that I do not agree with the statement. And then hopefully your viewers will also
You're a white knight. You're a simp.
think that it's wrong.
Yes, I agree.
I'm really glad to see that you seem much happier now.
Dude, sexism in my mind is the same way that I view racism. It's like, if somebody wants to like shit on you for standing up when you actually think that like someone's being like racist or sexist, I'm just gonna call him a bitch. I'll be like, yo, dog, you a bitch. Shut up. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck off, dude. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about shitting on me, you know? Bro's not gonna accept that.
Because we've
Fair.
been talking a lot about these things over the last years, and I'm really proud of you for like standing up for yourself and making the choices that you think are best for your own health and happiness.
Thank you.
I don't know if America has home yet. I don't know what to look for in finding a home. I'm grateful to be in LA, and I'm grateful for the experience that LA is giving me. It's a weird topic for me to talk about because on one hand, again, I'm so grateful to be here and LA is fun, but on the other hand, it's very isolating and it's so different from everything that I've been used to. I want to inspire people and I wanna
Trey,
keep
what's up,
paving the
bro?
way for young girls. The thing I've always tried to show people is that you can get here by being kind. You always hear like to be at the top you have to be mean or mess people, like fuck people over. You can be here by being kind, and you can be here by
doing
helping
you.
each other out.
Just gotta make your own path. Nice, dude. Nice, pretty encapsulated. Gonna drop these motherfuckers a sub. Oh, this is ex-Nick. Oh, is she on Team Liquid? Got back from the strip club? How was that? Oh, yeah, I gotta follow Nikki on Twitter, dude. Let me tap in one time. Oh, this just dropped, too. Holy shit, did not realize that.